Music's greatest songs worth covering. Original classic hitmakers.
And I bring all sorts of music to this slot. I have the perfect little environment. I've been given this bubble to talk about music of all genres. And if you listen to the Music Greats, whether you're listening to it on SoundCloud, whether you're watching it here on YouTube on Pulse 95, or whether you're just catching it live every day at this time, about 6:10, this is when I lay into something, you'll know that I go from jazz to rock to dance to whatever it is, to hip-hop. And every time I go into hip-hop, I'm absolutely terrified because the gentleman next to me knows so much more than me. And there I scrape the surface going, is that correct, Taz? But bands like this quite interesting. They're called an Irish rock band. They arrived on the scene sort of 2007. We all kind of sing along to them. It's nice to hear them talking about their music. It's nice to hear them talking about their feeling and why this music means something to them. If you actually go into a hip-hop song, you know that it's got meaning. You only need to look at Tupac leading the way there. Very, very political. There's a message. If you sit with Hass for even 5 minutes, he's going to give you all sorts of messages from his hip-hop range. The script's so different to that. So actually, when I thought, oh yeah, I'll do this, did I know anything? No, I knew nothing. Let me tell you, if you're the same. Irish rock band formed in 2007. That's easy. Dublin, Ireland. They first released music in 2008, and the band actually consists of a lead vocalist and keyboardist, Daniel O'Donoghue, true Irish name. The lead guitarist is Mark Sheehan, another true Irish name, and a drummer called Glenn Power. So the three of them. Now they moved to London when they signed for the Sony label. And they released their debut album in August 2008. And they had singles The Man Who Can't Be Moved and Break Even. These singles did really well. Did they sort of shake my world? Not really. So I was reading through going, okay, thank you very much for that. Don't know much. The albums peaked at number 1. Should I have known? Yes, I should. They had 3 more albums, Science and Faith. They called their third album, #3, number 3, quite like that. And then they had No Sound Without Silence. All of them topped the album charts. Again, how have they sort of slipped? I sort of know about them, but not much. And I don't know how you feel. Then they had the singles For the First Time, Nothing, and Hall of Fame. As soon as we get to Hall of Fame and Superheroes, that's when I started going, oh, okay. Yeah, I totally know them. And funnily enough, on the radio station that I was working before this, very, very commercial, Hall of Fame was played, and Superheroes played on red rotation. I was probably playing it 3 times a show, which actually, as a radio presenter, makes you hate a song. You get to the stage where you literally need to leave the room. So that's not good for any sort of music. But Rain, which arrived in the top 20, very, very different to all of their other stuff. And that was September 2017. So the Script as a band have featured in all sorts of television programmes, 90210, they were in The Ghost Whisperer, The Hills, Waterloo Road, EastEnders, apparently, that cracked me up, Made in Chelsea, some English stuff going on, The Vampire Diaries. So it's all going on.
They were there or their music was there?
Yeah, they were there.
What, they were acting
the band
in,
has been
in
featured.
90210?
I don't know whether they were acting. They probably arrived as themselves.
Like the music or them?
Well, the thing is, these programs normally, 90210 is one of those American ones where they say, oh yeah, we're going to the club. Do you want to come to the club?
Yeah.
And then you see the real band doing, it'll be one of those things. For them to turn up in EastEnders, how? I don't know. That's just weird. But they also were coaches on The Voice UK for seasons 1 and 2. Did I know that? No. They've won 3 Meteor Island Music Awards. They've won 2 World Music Awards, and they've received 2 Brit nominations. So sold 20 million albums worldwide. These guys have been doing it. Their early story is lovely. There's Daniel O'Donoghue and Mark Sheehan, best mates since they were 12 years old, growing up together in Dublin, went to school, the whole thing. And they formed a boy band called My Town, which was formed in 1996. And hang on, I just got to grab some, I don't want to miss anything out. Formed in 1996. And they formed this songwriting and production partnership, the boys. And then they were invited to Canada to collaborate with some of their heroes. So suddenly they were working with Montel Jordan and Teddy Riley. Yeah, All right. And Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley.
Hero. Yeah, absolutely.
Script, Teddy Riley and Montel Jordan. Wow.
Right.
I want to see how that come out.
See? And so my ears pricked up at this point as well. And my eyes were on stalk. It's like, okay, this happened. So they were there for a few years in America. And they stayed in Los Angeles. And get this. They worked with producers there. And they wrote and produced songs for Britney Spears, Boyz II Men, and TLC. Random. Anyway, then they decided to go back to Dublin and they recruited their drummer, Glenn Power, at this point, and they formed the new band, The Script. And Power apparently learned to play drums when he was like a baby. He was 8 years old, been playing sessions from the age of 15. And every time he got paid for sessions, he used the money to work on a solo project at his home. But he literally met these guys and then just went, okay. They wrote 3 songs in 1 week. And all of them went, okay, we've got our bubble. This is good. This is artistry right here. And they signed to a label in 2005. They released an EP. And then off they went. Their influences are great. This is what they say. Snow Patrol, U2, Coldplay, Police, The Neptunes, Timbaland and Van Morrison. Nice. So there you go. This is the Script for you. They are not some boys who just sort of rocked up and decided to do a song. These boys have been doing the stuff for a number of years. Before 2007, they formed this trio and formed this band, The Script. And then they went through their albums, and literally from 2008, you've got all the albums, Science and Faith, you've got Number 3, No Sound Without Silence, Freedom Child. 2019 up till now, we've got Sunsets and Full Moons, and they're still cracking, they're still doing. Now, talking about Rain, this is what's odd, because I said I wasn't a massive fan of some of their earlier stuff, but I did like Rain. And I wondered why that was. And then you listen to what they say about the song and you understand. So by the time they got to Rain, they'd done quite a few albums. So we're talking July 2017. They've been going for 10 years, these guys. They're with Sony Music. Life is good. They described this track as a feel-good summer tune. And they did it on purpose because they said, look, we kind of like dealing with quite heavy stuff, but it's important to not walk into a room with a load of people at a party and start talking about really heavy stuff. You need some light stuff. And they actually made a conscious decision to do a lighter record. He said, what they found, though, was that people went from their previous album, I think there was 4 years, they went from the previous album to suddenly, 2 years, sorry, they released Rain. And all of their fans went, whoa, this is a change from what it normally was. And he said, but we wrote 60 songs between then. So if you actually listen to the progression through those 60 songs, you'll have seen where we were going musically. But they started the record, quote from them, wanting to do something where people would hear a song and go, oh, I love that song. And then they would look it up and they would find it was us. And we wanted to change our sound. We wanted to push our sound. It's either adapt, change or die in this industry. It's very difficult. And we wanted to revamp and reboot the sound. And for me, this is where I come in and went, yeah, I like that one. So now I could play a number of songs from the Script, but I'm not going to. I'm going to play Rain for the reason this is the one that hooked me in. So see if you like it too. 2017, the 14th of July, they released this. It's the Script, Irish rock band, with Rain on the Music Grade.
It's Yalla Home.
With Ana Schofield
And Big Cass.